Secondly, I want to remind you of the verse you did that made me want to quit rapping. Picture perfect picture.
Yo, welcome to the channel. Before we dive headfirst into this wild scandal and break down just how messy it really gets, smash that like button and hit subscribe. You don't want to miss what's about to go down. It's crazy. In a jaw-dropping twist, Eminem just jumped into the chaos, breaking his silence to explain why Diddy's sons are allegedly terrified of 50 Cent. This ain't just rap beef, it's personal. 50 has never held back when it comes to Diddy, and now Eminem's dropping hints that the fear isn't just about threats, it's about secrets, big ones. According to M, Diddy's sons aren't just side-eyeing 50 because of all the drama between their dad and him. Nah, they're shook that 50 might be sitting on some nuclear-level dirt that could blow up everything tied to their family name. And we all know 50 Cent's track record. He's made a whole career off exposing celebrity mess and putting the truth on blast with no warning.
You know, like him.
So the question is, what does 50 really know? And how dangerous could it be for Diddy's legacy if those secrets ever hit the public? In the world of hip-hop, rep is everything, and one misstep can ruin a whole dynasty. Now get this, King Combs, Diddy's son, just dropped a bar that had everybody gasping. For real. Nobody saw that one coming. But yo, there's one unspoken rule in the industry. You don't take shots at 50 Cent unless you're ready for the heat, and that's exactly what King Combs did. Oh, and don't forget Eminem, Fifth's ride or die since day one. He's not just watching from the sidelines, he's pissed too. Let's be real, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson didn't climb from the streets of Queens to build a whole empire just to let someone play him. He's ruthless, calculated, and fearless. And now, someone's poked the bear. 50's reputation for being cutthroat ain't just talk, it's earned. And now, it looks like Diddy's son is about to find out exactly what happens when you mess with a real one.
I knew your dad for a long time. He did that.
What's even crazier, King Combs is acting like none of this is a big deal, like challenging 50 Cent doesn't come with serious heat. From every angle, this move looks reckless, straight up foolish. It's given zero awareness. Dude's either overconfident or just plain ignoring the flashing warning signs, and that's a dangerous combo. It's like he's walking into a fire with gasoline in his pockets. This could seriously go down as one of the dumbest moves he's ever made. To make things even messier, King Combs is out here throwing gang signs, boldly, even though, let's be real, there's no proof he's ever been near anything close to real street life. Meanwhile, 50 didn't just grow up in it, he ran it. This ain't a game to him. He's been through real battles and came out a boss. So what's really happening here? Not long ago, Christian Combs decided to drop a diss track directly aimed at 50 Cent. Yup, no subtle shots, just bold threats right out in the open. One bar hit especially hard. Police raid the crib like we selling crack. We ain't doing that, but we out here selling tracks, multi-million-dollar plaques. That's not just a flex, it's a provocation. And if 50 decides to clap back, it won't be with a verse, it'll be a power move. I'd rather put this stock on wax. All that gossip, it's whack. When all they had was 50 Cent, who put this city on the map? Stop lying. That's the bar King Combs spit. And if you caught that, he's basically accusing 50 of snitching on Diddy. Yup, he's not just throwing shade, he's lighting the whole place up. Then Christian takes it even further with this cryptic bomb. Too bad they didn't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they missed. Wait, what? He's practically saying that when the feds came knocking, they raided the wrong spot, and the real action was hiding in a house right next door, which he hints also belongs to Diddy. That's not just bold, it's risky. Is he exposing something way deeper than intended? Instead of defending his dad quietly, Christian might have just dropped a clue that links Diddy to something major, and possibly illegal. It's like he's trying to flex, but accidentally spilling info that could come back to bite hard, and it didn't stop there. Christian kept going with even more pointed bars about his father, saying, Pop's been hated on by many men and that's fine. They gonna try to stop these M and M's and they gonna die. Try and pull up to the south side. We locked and we got ties. Don't give a damn about no blogs cause we really outside. That's a straight shot at 50 Cent. No disguises, no metaphors. He's basically saying they're ready for whatever and calling out anyone questioning Diddy's hustle or legacy. But here's the thing. When you come for someone like 50, you better be damn sure you can handle what's coming next. Many Men, the iconic track from Get Rich or Die Trying, just hit different now because the G-Unit boss himself finally clapped back at King Combs' diss. But what did 50 actually say? Let's just say he didn't hold nothing back. Truth is, 50's been coming for Diddy way before these recent scandals involving young women and those wild alleged freak-offs. He's been throwing shots for years. One of the earliest, over a decade ago, 50 posted a pic of himself lying in a hospital bed surrounded by stuffed animals, mocking Diddy with a caption that left fans shook. He wrote, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are now left under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." And yeah, he tagged it number no thieves January 19th. That post alone had the internet in flames, but 50 wasn't done yet. Next, he shared a photo of Diddy and Rick Ross locked in what looked like a very intense on-stage hug right in front of fans. No words needed, just the image. Then came the kicker. 50 posted Diddy again, this time dressed in a flashy pink outfit, hugging a former record exec, and hit it with the caption, "I ain't saying nothing, but something ain't right. LMAO. This beef's been bubbling for years, but now it's starting to boil over." And just when everyone thought 50 had said enough, he dropped the biggest bomb in a radio interview. He claimed Diddy once tried to drag him into one of those alleged freaky situations by offering him an all-expenses-paid shopping spree. Yup, you heard that right. 50 said it with his whole chest, and the streets have not stopped talking since. This ain't just beef anymore, it's war. According to 50, Diddy's so-called gift left him straight up confused. Like, what kind of man invites another grown man on a shopping spree out of nowhere? Later, Diddy tried to play it off like it was just a nice gesture, saying he thought 50 needed new clothes. But let's be real, nobody's buying that excuse. And the tension didn't end there. When Cassie came out swinging with that explosive $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of some seriously dark stuff, 50 immediately jumped into action. He didn't waste a second. As soon as the news dropped and it came out that Diddy settled the case in just 24 hours, 50 went into full petty savage mode on Instagram. He trolled Diddy hard for wrapping it up so quick, basically saying, "If you innocent, why you folding that fast?" And guess what? That still wasn't the worst of it. 50 then cranked things up even higher. He announced that he was already in talks with Hollywood producers about making a full-blown documentary on Diddy. Yeah, he's not just talking trash, he's putting it on screen. He teased the whole thing by reposting an article about the project, letting the world know this documentary might already be in motion, and it doesn't sound like it's gonna hold back anything. 50's been in the game long enough to know how to drop bombs, and he's promising to expose everything. If he really follows through with this doc, it could be the final nail in Diddy's image. With all the shady stuff that's already leaked over the years, fans are bracing themselves for what might be the biggest reveal yet in this never-ending war. 50 Cent's relentless hunger for the truth might just be Diddy's worst nightmare. He's not playing games, he's already dropping receipts. On Instagram, 50 teased a clip from his upcoming documentary, and what's in it? Straight up bombshells. In the clip, former Bad Boy Records rapper Mark Curry spills some disturbing tea, claiming Diddy used to spike Moet bottles with something that would make women at clubs feel sleepy. Yeah, you heard that right. Curry even says Diddy would warn his inner circle not to drink from certain bottles. That kind of talk ain't just drama, it's the kind of stuff that can ruin legacies. And if you thought 50 was only aiming at Diddy, think again. Just a few weeks ago, he clashed with Jason Derulo too, after Jason seemed to low-key defend Diddy's alleged behavior. Here's how it went down. TMZ caught up with Derulo and asked him, "You've worked with Diddy, he's helped your career. Do you think people should give him some grace, or at least the benefit of the doubt? Innocent until proven guilty?" Jason paused, then said, I believe in that. I believe in innocent until proven guilty, for sure." He doubled down on it, saying again, "I believe in innocence until proven guilty, for sure." Now to some, that sounded neutral, but to 50, it was enough to light a fuse. He didn't take that lightly at all. It came off like Jason was defending someone 50 believes has way too much dirt to be getting any kind of pass. And once 50 feels like you're siding with the enemy, you're on his list, period. He's making it clear. If you're not calling it out, you're part of the silence. And 50's got no time for that. 50 Cent didn't hold back. He jumped on Instagram and blasted Jason Derulo, straight up telling him to shut the F up. But he didn't stop there. 50 even joked that Derulo might end up on one of those tapes. That jab was clearly aimed at the wild allegations from producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who claimed Diddy kept compromising footage of guests from his infamous parties. Yeah, that kind of footage. But Derulo wasn't about to let it slide. He clapped back with a bold post, an edited video of himself throwing a punch at someone with 50 Cent's face slapped on. It was petty, it was loud, and it got attention. Then in the comments, Derulo clarified, he doesn't even know Diddy like that, but he still stands firm on one thing. He believes in innocent until proven guilty. That didn't stop the internet from sounding the alarms. Commenters quickly jumped in, warning Derulo not to mess with 50. You don't want that smoke, some wrote, and they weren't wrong. 50 Cent's reputation for dragging celebs through endless online feuds is legendary. He's been feuding with Diddy for years, and this legal drama just gave him more ammo. And that's not the only war 50's been in lately. His ongoing drama with ex-girlfriend Daphne Joy, mother of their 11-year-old son, Sire, is getting messier by the day. The two have been caught in a bitter back and forth, with personal jabs flying across social media like it's nothing. So when it comes to beef, 50 Cent doesn't just dip his toes in, he dives in head first and takes everyone down with him. It all kicked off online when Daphne Joy, 50 Cent's ex and the mother of his son, got dragged into the storm. She was named in Rodney Lil Rod Jones's lawsuit as someone allegedly working for Diddy behind the scenes. That set Joy off. She jumped on Instagram, slamming the claims as lies and calling it straight-up character assassination. But 50, he wasn't letting anything slide. He went straight to Twitter, trolling her with a cold shot. I didn't know you were a S-worker, you little S-worker LOL. And yes, that tweet blew up fast. Then he kept the fire going, posting a now-deleted Instagram pic of Joy walking beside Diddy, claiming she was taking money from him. The implication that there was more to their connection than just friendly walks. It got messy, fast. Joy fired back on her Instagram, calling 50 out for not showing up for their son while they were in New York. But she didn't stop there. She made serious accusations, accusing 50 of mistreatment and emotional abuse during their relationship. 50 quickly denied everything in a statement to the Los Angeles Times, but the internet was already in flames. Then came the feds. When agents raided Diddy's homes in both Miami and LA back in March, 50 wasted no time. He tweeted, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done," and added, "They don't come like that unless they got a case." That one hit hard. Since that day, 50's been relentless. Every single day, he's been on Instagram posting headlines, memes, and jokes clowning Diddy non-stop. It's like he made trolling part of his daily routine. And let's not forget, this feud runs deep. Way back in 2006, 50 took a major shot at Diddy in a diss track, hinting that he knew the real story behind the tragic death of the notorious B.I.G. in 1997. That line alone stirred chaos, and now, nearly 2 decades later, the fire's only gotten hotter. And nope, it still ain't over. 50 Cent's obsession with exposing Diddy keeps getting wilder. As recently as December, 50 was dropping heavy hints that Combs might have had some kind of connection to the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur. That's right, Tupac. These weren't light jabs either. He's been putting it out there in public, making it crystal clear he's not backing off this personal mission to take Diddy down. Now, to be fair, authorities haven't accused Diddy of any involvement in Tupac's or Biggie's deaths. But 50, he's been relentless, and this beef goes way past just diss tracks. It's gotten personal and professional. They've even clashed in the business world. Remember the vodka wars? 50 launched his own liquor brand and didn't miss a chance to throw shade at Diddy's competing one. He's been dropping shots on everything, from product quality to who's really running the game. And now, 50 claims he's turning all these allegations into something even bigger, a full-blown documentary. Yeah, he's working on a project that dives deep into the serious claims surrounding Combs, and he says he plans to donate the profits to victims. If that happens, it could be a massive move in this long-standing rivalry. The March raids on Diddy's homes, they weren't just some tabloid rumor. Multiple outlets confirmed they were part of a larger federal investigation. Diddy's legal team clapped back hard, calling the raids an unprecedented ambush and denying all wrongdoing. But even before the raids, Diddy was already swimming in lawsuits tied to alleged misconduct, accusations he's constantly denied. Still, the legal heat hasn't let up. And here's an interesting twist. 50's also exposed why he never ended up on Bad Boy Records. In a recent Vlad TV interview, former G-Unit member Tony Yayo spilled details about a key meeting between 50 and Puff. Let's just say, it didn't end in a handshake. Tony Yayo dropped a serious gem in a recent interview, saying that Puff Daddy not signing 50 Cent might have been one of the biggest fumbles in Bad Boy history. Reflecting on that game-changing moment, Yayo said, "A lot of people don't know this story. 50 went to Diddy for Bad Boy. We had the meeting, and it was wild that Diddy didn't sign him. Yeah, you read that right. There was almost a world where 50 was rocking the Bad Boy logo, but that never happened. And the reason why? It says a lot. Yayo made it clear. Passing on 50 wasn't just another business decision. It was a missed opportunity that could have changed the whole industry. He added, "I know that was one of the biggest mistakes of Bad Boy." And then came the deeper reason behind it all, the Kenneth Supreme McGriff situation. Back then, a lot of people were scared to get involved with pre-fame 50. He had heat around him, real street heat. And according to Yayo, when they sat down with Diddy, he brought up 3 major concerns, including the lingering drama around Biggie's death and other baggage that came with 50's name. Diddy basically told them the risk was too high. He wasn't about to sign someone surrounded by that much chaos, even if that someone was 50 Cent. And here's the kicker. There's long been speculation that Diddy has always been laser focused on protecting his own bag. Some say it's never really been about taking risks or building up other stars. It's always been about what benefits him the most. One comment online hit hard, and it says it all. 50 can have 200 dudes with him for security, but you can tell Yayo is the only one he needs around when it's all said and done. That kind of loyalty, you can't buy that. When you blow up in the industry and still have a ride or die from day one, that bond is everything. And for 50, Tony Yayo's been that solid one since day one. Now let's rewind a bit. Bad Boy Entertainment, Diddy's crown jewel, was once one of the most powerful forces in hip-hop. Launched under Sony Music Group, Bad Boy was all about capturing the raw energy and talent coming out of the East Coast. And with Diddy running the show, it dominated the game for years. But after the heartbreaking loss of Biggie Smalls in 1997, everything changed. Bad Boy was left scrambling for its next icon. By the early 2000s, that chance came knocking, in the form of a hungry, relentless rapper named 50 Cent. At that time, 50 was lighting the streets up with his mixtapes and building a buzz no one could ignore. And Diddy, he had the golden opportunity to sign him, a future hitmaker, a soon-to-be mogul, but he passed. Despite 50 dropping classics like In Da Club just a few years later, Diddy didn't take the gamble, and that one decision may have completely shifted the course of hip-hop. Back then, even with all the hype, the industry was hesitant. 50 came with serious street baggage. A lot of execs didn't want the smoke, but what they saw as danger turned out to be realness, and the streets stood behind him. So while Diddy played it safe, another label took the risk and made history. But everything flipped the moment 50 Cent dropped his breakout mixtape, Guess Who's Back. That project didn't just shake the streets, it caught the eye of someone major. Eminem saw real star power in the Queens-born rapper and took a serious leap of faith. Not long after that mixtape hit, 50 was officially signed to Eminem's Shady Records under Interscope. And just like that, the game changed. That partnership set the stage for what would become one of the most legendary hip-hop debuts of all time, Get Rich or Die Trying. The album blew up fast and is now stamped as a straight-up classic. But as 50's star began to rise, so did the tension with Diddy. Things started to heat up fast. Known for being the king of trolling and never backing down from controversy, 50 made it clear he wasn't staying quiet, especially when it came to the shady stories surrounding Diddy's infamous after-parties. Once 50 saw the cracks, he went all in. Exposing what Diddy allegedly tried to keep hidden became a mission. He was loud, unfiltered, and absolutely fearless. And that move, it sparked a feud that would shift the entire landscape of hip-hop. One viral video added fuel to the fire, showing Diddy in a wig, acting eccentric and erratic, leaving fans questioning what was really going on behind the scenes. The clip went wild across social media, with people clowning him, speculating and dissecting his behavior left and right. But Diddy, he didn't flinch. Despite the online storm and constant trolling, he kept his head down and pushed forward with his business projects like nothing ever happened. In the now infamous clip, Diddy looked way too relaxed rocking an outrageous wig while vibing to Travis Scott's Birds and the Trap Sing McKnight on Snapchat. But this wasn't just a goofy moment. It had fans seriously questioning what was going on. The whole look, it raised eyebrows everywhere. Some fans weren't holding back either. One commented bluntly, "This is his true state. He's way too comfortable." Him licking his lips says a lot too. It's when and how he does it. We all know he is. So I guess he figures he owes us no explanation. Another jumped in saying, "He's got on a black lace blouse. flower print, skinny pants or leggings, and a Becky wig. SMH. It wasn't just funny to the internet, it sparked a whole new wave of speculation about Diddy's persona and what really goes down behind closed doors. And of course, 50 Cent wasn't about to let any of this slide. He posted the video to his Instagram, clowning the entire vibe for his millions of followers to see. In classic 50 fashion, he captioned it, "What the F, man?" And the comments lit up instantly. But he didn't stop there. 50 kept the pressure on, trolling Diddy over and over, digging for any chance to roast him again. See, 50's not just trolling for fun, he's calculated. He knows all about Diddy's inner circle and he's been keeping notes for years. Plus, let's not forget, his right-hand man Eminem has had his own share of shady commentary about Diddy. Between the two of them, there's a whole vault of unfiltered opinions, and when they speak, the industry listens. Lately, Eminem's been back in the spotlight, and not just for new music. One of his intense bars from the track Feud recently resurfaced, and fans are now connecting the dots in a big way. With Diddy's name back in the headlines over serious legal trouble, people are starting to believe M may have been hinting at the mogul's alleged dark side way before the public caught on. Music lovers are now claiming that M's verse, first dropped back in July, wasn't just wordplay, it was a subtle warning, a hidden message. And now that serious accusations against Sean Combs have come to light, those lyrics are hitting way harder than before. Known for his razor-sharp rhymes and layered meanings, Eminem filled his verse with what now feels like coded truth. And with all the buzz surrounding Diddy's alleged crimes, fans are saying, he was telling us, we just weren't listening. One part of the verse especially got fans talking. Eminem plays with the word essay, spelling out the word rapper, but purposely leaving out one P, which turns it into ARPA. That's when things get real twisted. He then flips the word ESE again, first using it as West Coast slang for homie in Spanish. But then he adds another layer, turning ESE into an acronym often seen online as a reference to SA, an abbreviation that holds some very serious meaning, especially when paired with the allegations against Combs. What once sounded like just a clever play on letters now feels like something much deeper. Fans are shook, wondering if Eminem was trying to quietly put people on alert before the storm ever hit. And if that's the case, he might have been calling it out before anyone dared to say it out loud. This layered lyricism has got everyone asking the same question. Did Eminem know something we didn't? The verse ends with a line that hit listeners like a gut punch. Wait, he didn't spell the word rapper and leave out a P? That line wasn't just clever, it was a double jab aimed right at P. Diddy. Fans caught on quick. Leaving out a P from rapper gives you raper. And when you connect that with P. Diddy, the shade becomes clear as day. It's that slick, genius-level wordplay Eminem's known for, but this time, it had a whole different sting to it. And now, fans are going back to the track like detectives, breaking it all down, wondering if M's been trying to drop hints about Diddy's alleged behavior long before the headlines exploded. Even crazier, on that same track, Eminem name-dropped Tupac and Biggie. And that got people asking, what's Tupac got to do with all this? Well, a lot. Back in the day, Pac wasn't shy about his feelings toward Diddy. The beef between them was real. According to some reports, Tupac once did an interview where he spoke out about Quincy Jones and made references to some serious behind-the-scenes stuff. It was one of those rare moments where Tupac pulled back the curtain and hinted at the ugly truths hiding in plain sight. Now fast forward to today, and even Diddy's own sons are making waves. Reports claim they recently tried to confront Ray J, sparking rumors that the Combs family might have deeper gang ties than people realize. Some believe that influence has shaped the way they handle conflict and why they never shy away from confrontation. So between M's cryptic bars, Tupac's old warnings, and the current chaos circling the Combs crew, it's no wonder fans are saying the writing's been on the wall this whole time. Recently, a straight-up bombshell rocked the industry, and it's got everyone talking. Diddy's sons, Quincy, Justin, and Christian, allegedly got into a full-blown confrontation with Ray J at a Halloween party in LA. And trust, this was not your average party drama. Word on the street is this wasn't some random squabble. Nah, insiders are saying this heated moment was actually a calculated move, allegedly put together by Diddy himself. Yeah, it's giving mob boss energy. According to TMZ, things went down outside the party when Ray J was leaving with his manager David Weinraub and model Amber Rose. That's when Diddy's sons rolled up on him, surrounding him. fired up and clearly ready to make a statement. They were heated over some things Ray J had apparently said about Diddy's ongoing legal mess. With chests out and tempers flaring, it looked like King Combs and Justin were about to throw hands to defend their father's name. And this wasn't just posturing. People nearby could tell it was about to go left fast. But just when it looked like things were about to explode, Chris Brown came through. From his car nearby, he'd seen the whole thing unfold and jumped out to step in. Alongside Ray J's manager, he helped pull the Combs brothers away before things got physical. Thanks to that quick move, a serious fight was avoided. Other partygoers stepped in too, helping to calm the scene before it became a full-blown brawl. Still, the fact that Diddy's sons were ready to get physical over public criticism, it's got people asking how deep the loyalty runs and what else they might do to protect the family name. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, and eventually everyone went their separate ways. But that close call only added fuel to the fire. Ever since Diddy's legal issues hit the headlines, his sons have been riding hard for him. They've been showing up at public events like soldiers, making it crystal clear they're standing by their dad no matter what. They've defended him against critics, shut down rumors, and now, with this latest altercation, it's obvious they're not afraid to get in someone's face if it means protecting the family name. But here's the twist. This Halloween showdown with Ray J, it wasn't the first time. It's actually the fourth time Diddy's sons have crossed paths with Ray J in tense moments. Yup, 4 different times. Sources say they've tried confronting him in multiple places before this incident even happened. According to TMZ, Ray J admitted that while he's always considered the Combs family like family, he was ready to throw hands after Diddy's sons came at him with some wild insults. Still, Ray J told TMZ he's open to resolving the tension peacefully, but even he's not blind to the pattern. And now the rumors are flying. Some insiders are whispering that Diddy's grip on his sons might run deeper than anyone realizes. Allegedly, he may have instructed them to step to Ray J, maybe to intimidate him, or worse, shut him up for good. Why? Because Ray J might be sitting on secrets, serious ones. And if those ever see the light of day, it could mean even more heat for Diddy. So now the question is, just how far will the Combs family go to keep things buried? And for anyone familiar with Diddy's reputation, none of this should come as a shock. He's notorious for using his power behind the scenes to silence anybody who dares speak out against him. Now, with Ray J being unusually vocal about the lawsuits and scandals surrounding Diddy, folks are starting to wonder, what does Ray J really know? Word is, Ray J might be holding onto a bombshell, something so big, so damaging, that Diddy would do whatever it takes to make sure it never sees the light of day. And let's be real, if that's true, it explains everything we've been seeing. And here's where it gets even juicier. This entire situation lines up perfectly with what 50 Cent's been saying for years. 50's been calling Diddy out nonstop, accusing him of using his fame and influence to manipulate people like chess pieces, controlling narratives, covering secrets, and using the people closest to him to do the dirty work. Now, with all these rumors flying about Diddy pulling strings from the shadows, 50's been vindicated. This is exactly the kind of behavior he's been exposing from the jump. And watching Diddy's own sons now allegedly being used to intimidate or silence people, that's next level. It's clear this isn't just music beef anymore. It's a high-stakes power struggle. And with Eminem recently dropping cryptic bars aimed at Diddy too, the pressure is mounting. The feud between 50 Cent and Diddy just hit a whole new level, and we're all watching it play out in real time. So what does this mean for Diddy's legacy? For his family? For the whole hip-hop industry? Time will tell. But something big is definitely bubbling beneath the surface. If you've been hooked by the drama, don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment, and let us know what you think is coming next. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to hear all this mess. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, stay locked in.